Hey guys, welcome to The Bite. My name is Jackie. Today's video is on a super simple breakfast strata. This is basically like a frittata, but with bread. And I wanted to infuse all the flavors of an Arab breakfast into one kind of casserole. And it's really good for busy days. It's great on a Sunday for brunch, and you can eat it for the next couple days throughout the week. It's great for kids, and you can put anything you want in it, but this is my little mixture right here, so let's go over the ingredients. So you'll definitely need, obviously, your 9x13 pan. You'll need some bagels. I like to use bagels for this because I feel like they hold up really well. You definitely want to use a savory bagel for this, not something like a blueberry or cinnamon, whatever. But here's all the fixings right here. Some tomatoes, some Ackawi cheese. This is an Arabic cheese that we eat a lot for breakfast and on breads. You can find this at most Middle Eastern grocery stores, or you can even substitute it for a shredded cheese of your preference. I have some chopped parsley and mint, some green onions. For my spices, I have za'atar, which is a mix of different things like oregano, thyme, sesame seeds, some garlic powder, and some paprika, and definitely salt and pepper as well. And then for the custard, you'll need some eggs and milk. So that's pretty much it for the mixture. And day-old bagels work really well for this. I tend to like the ones that are just plain sesame because it really represents the kind of bread that we're used to growing up overseas. It's like the ka'ak bread with just, it's like our version of a bagel, but with just sesame seeds on top. And I used to be able to find it at my local Costco, but I can't find it anymore. So I've been using everything bagels, and it works great. So let's get started. I'm just gonna start by whisking together. I have 8 eggs here, and I'm just gonna start by kind of puncturing a hole into each of them and whisking this up. So once that's all mixed in, I can add in my milk. And this is going to create the custard. Once your custard is made, you can start adding in all your seasonings, your salt and pepper, which is important here. Remember, that salt is gonna go for the whole dish. And your pepper, and I also like to add all my herbs to this as well. That way I feel like it just mixes in a lot more evenly. So add all of these and give that another good mix. All right, so now to my pan with all my bread, I'm gonna add the tomatoes. And if you don't have raw tomatoes, you can use a can of tomatoes, a can of diced tomatoes. However, drain it a little bit. That way it's not adding a lot of unnecessary liquid to the dish. You want it to kind of have crisp edges around the sides. I really prefer that, at least. So if you do that, you can also cook them on the stove a little bit to release that extra water, and also get rid of some of the acidity, because the canned tomatoes can be kind of acidic. So I'm gonna add also my Ackawi cheese. And for this cheese, you can find some of them in like a brine or in some kind of juice in a jar. Again, so that you're avoiding any unnecessary liquid, just get the kind that is without the brine. So I'm gonna mix this in with the bread. Okay, everything looks like it's mixed in well, and I'm just gonna give this one more good mix, and I'm just gonna add all of this into my pan. And it's kind of gonna act like a savory French toast, in that it's going to, the bread is gonna soak up all this lusciousness and all this flavor. You could totally bake it from here right now, but I'm actually going to be sticking this in the fridge overnight. I find that it tastes a lot better that way. And you just bake it up the next morning. That's it. So this is gonna get covered with some plastic wrap. I'm gonna set it in my fridge overnight. You wanna make sure all the bread is submerged. And it looks like quite a lot of liquid in here, but trust me, it will bake up beautifully, I promise. So I'm gonna cover this with plastic wrap, put it in my fridge overnight, and I will see you and you tomorrow morning, or in like 1.5 seconds. So I let the casserole sit overnight in the fridge, a little bit longer than overnight. It's about lunchtime now. So I'm gonna stick this in an oven at 375 for about 40 minutes, or until you start to see golden on the edges. If you wanted to, you could also top this with cheese. of any kind, shredded cheese, more Ackawi cheese, whatever you want. I've done it both ways, and either way is delicious. But I'm gonna stick it in the oven just like this, and I will see you in 40 minutes. Okay, just came out of the oven. It looks nice and golden brown. Come take a look at these edges right here. So crispy, nice, and got a good crunch up on top. And just wait until I cut into it. Check it out. Because I am ready for a bite. This is my favorite right here. The crust. Oh yeah. I'll just handle this with my fork. All right, and I need a bite of everything. The crunch, the inside, the cheese, the tomatoes, all of it. It's like a complete breakfast in every single bite. It's perfect. There's so many variations to this. I've made it a few different ways and they're all delicious. You can taste the everything bagel. You can taste the crunch up on top. You can taste the Ackawi cheese and the spices. Delicious. This is also great eaten hot or cold. I actually like to eat it straight out of the refrigerator the next day, even for lunch. Perfect. So don't forget that when you use whatever bagel you use, the flavor will come through in the whole dish. So I hope you give it a try. It's so easy and it's great for the summertime. And the full ingredient list and directions are on my blog. You can find that in the description box down below. But thank you guys for watching the bite.